Good evening and welcome to the Larry Gomes Stadium as we get ready for action here in the NLCL Under 19 Community Cup All-Star Game. Yes, we've got the stars of the Northeast and Tobago. That's the All-Star team from Northeast and Tobago up against the South Central All-Star team. We've got the starting lineups for both teams as we get ready for action here. The Northeast Tobago All-Stars, they have in goal Xavier Haynes. He'll be sporting number 1 jersey. Then we have number 5, Josiah Shade. He'll be sporting the number 5 jersey. The number 2 jersey goes to Kishon Diaz. The number 13 jersey will be Tyrell Innes. He'll be starting. Ishmael Lewis, number 16. Deshaun Brown, number 14. Number 8, Philip Tinto. Number 6, Terona O'Brien. Number 11, Micah Nelson. Number 17, Jabari Alexander. And rounding up the starting lineups, we've got the number 10, Keyshawn Sandy. So that's on your screen there. The team in the fluorescent yellow or the fluorescent green jerseys, they are the Northeast team. And from the South Zone, the South Central Zone, we've got the number 1, Zeron Colimo. Number 12, Tyrese Neptune. Number 3, Anthony Williams. Number 17, Killon Cayenne. Number 15, Sarai Mitchell. Number 9, Jamali Barkley. Number 13, Roshon Critchlow. Number 16, Simeon Modest. Number 7, Jaden Grant. Number 10, Akili Vespri. And rounding off the starting lineups, we've got number 19, Ricardo Williams. So it's going to be a cracker here at the Larry Gomes Stadium. The officials who's going to send them on their way here. As you see, the Northeast team kicking from right to left on your screen. The official for this one in the center, we've got Kevin Nanku. The AR1 is Dean Ransom. And AR2, David Scarlett. So there we see the Northeast team just bouncing the ball around, give him away. But then just played out into touch. So throwing by the South All-Stars, that's Neptune, finding himself in a bit of a tangle. They're just conceding and they're playing it short. Innes, as he plays it with Shade at the back. Then they push it forward there. Diaz pushing it forward. And wider. As we look at the delivery, it's into the area. Is he onside? Oh, the keeper has come and missed. And a shot. Oh, an awful drag there by Innes. He should have done a whole lot better. Coming there on the overlap from the wing back position. So there we see it again. The keeper came. He missed everything. But then Innes just flashing wide there. So keeper Collymore coming and missing there. He's now going to start the play from the back. Good distribution by him. And a good take at the wider area there. Foul committed. So if you're just joining us, you're watching the NLCL Under 19 Community Cup All-Star Game. Yes, the stars of tomorrow. I'm Gordon Pierre as we get ready. Here the action waxing warm at the Larry Gomes Stadium. Bit of a short pass. Just nipped off there. Did he keep it in play? No, he just run out of running room. There was the nippy Jabari Alexander looking to get up down this left hand side. So it's going to be throwing. Neptune. Back to Neptune here. That's a good ball inside there to Barkley. As they bring it around the back, some good composed football there. Mitchell. But he's calling possession. But there he's bursting away here. Freeing up himself. The keeper comes bravely and is able to just snap that one up. That's Haynes. As the Northeast team. It's a giveaway. Dear Bayerness. It's ball into the area, but some good defensive work at the back. As they begin to bring this ball forward. It's a bit of a foot race. Out wide there. Applying some pressure there was O'Brien. But the ball just ushered out. So winning out there is O'Brien. O'Brien looking for some movement. He's able to release the pass. Turning back and giving it to his defense. And they're able to bring it forward. It was aimed at the overlapping Innes. But not getting to him. Of course, the whole NLCL Community Cup brought to you by the Ministry of Sport, Ramsing Sports, the NLCL, that's the Next Level Foundation, also the Massey Foundation, a hint of a handball, no call by the referee. As they go back and then they pump the ball long forward. Both teams yet to really settle. Skipping past the challenge here. The advantage played, but it's lost. Good, strong, decisive header there. O'Brien looking to go for one of his mazy runs, but he's easily handled. And then they're able to bounce the ball at the back. So the South Central team showing some good composure. Going back to the keeper. Good composure, nice football on display. Of course, the South Central team, the manager is Michael Defoe. Head coach, Randolph Boyce. Of course, Randolph Boyce of St. Benedict's Faith. He did an awesome job this season in the Secondary Schools Football League. And you're seeing that nice patient build up by them. As it's going to be a throwing Neptune. He would have represented the made in a Labrie team. Long throw. I think they're called for a handle ball there. Barkley just committing the infringement. And making the restart was Shade. Long ball forward. Good take here by O'Brien. O'Brien trying to get the early ball across. Bangs off the defender. The sun is out in all its glory, as well as a strong wind, a northeasterly wind blowing across the field here. Ball thrown into the area. Good defensive header. He's able to clear, but then it falls. Barkley back doing some good defensive duties. And he then gives it away cheaply. And they're able to attack here. Alexander. Nice interpassing here. That's Tinto. Philip Tinto. Shot from distance, but it's easily handled by goalkeeper Collymore. Goalkeeper Collymore. He would have represented W Connection. Of course, they've booked a place in the semi-finals. That's to come next weekend. God's willing. Bit of a mistrap there, but it's cleaned up by his defender. And here comes the Northeast team, but they're just losing out. Not to forget Tobago, Northeast Tobago. We always remember this style. So it's going to be a free kick. And they're quite willing to knock the ball around. Critchlow with a lovely searching ball out wider. Shot from this. It's from just inside the area. He was just flashing wide. Some good work out there. And there we see it again. It was a beautiful ball by Critchlow. The attacker getting on the end of it. And his shot just flashing wide. It looked to be cutting inside there. Would have been Mitchell. But no, here comes. That's a good defensive duties there. Vespri, very skillful. There he's a good Drake on this, but he's able to win a throw in for his team. So Innes going to ground. Vespri looking to take him on. Of course, Akil Vespri, he would have represented the Made in Labure team when they were eliminated last match day. He would have played in the goalpost. Yes, very skillful young man. Neptune. Battling, but he's unable to keep it in play. There was Shade. So it's going to be a throw in. Tyrese Neptune from the South Central team to take this throw in at right back position. Throws it in, but it's headed out. Oh, and it goes out for a corner. The defensive header there just flashing out and going out for a corner. So it's going to be the first corner in the game. Just about 11 minutes gone. And standing over this one, it's going to be Vespri. He'll get another opportunity to deliver. It's into the area. Shade. Just able to clear. The wing back coming and putting in a defensive tackle there was Cayenne. And just throwing onto the offside position. So it's into the back of the net, but the referee on this near side flag was up. And there we see it again. Yeah, it's just on the wrong side of Shade. Was the attacker. Neat finish though. And he's making himself a nuisance in between the defenders here. O'Brien, he's changed sides. Attacking from a different side this time. Tinto aimed at Ines. Ines gets the rebound. But then that ball just going out of play there. Shade. It's going to be another throw to the Northeast Tobago team. And the ball just going out of play. Caught in possession there was Neptune, but the referee says he was fouled. So it's Williams exchanging passes with his keeper. Then he drives it long. Barkley in a battle with Shade. Courage low. Ball just touching the head there of Grant. And they're able to win it out at the back and bring it forward. There. Giveaway. Oh, and Grant misses everything. My goodness me. With the goal at his mercy, Jaden Grant conspired to put it wide. He would love to get that opportunity back. It was some good work on the far side. It was put on a platter there. And he did what was hardest to do from just about 8 yards out, which was to put it wide. So a very good chance pawned there by Grant. Shade exchanging passes with his stopper. It's Friday. So Shade finds O'Brien. Nice teasing ball across wider. He's back inside. Oh, going for the explosive there was Lewis. But he'll have to defend now. Grant. Vespri. If he keeps this in play. Unable to. It was going to be a telling because Vespri is a very skillful young man. Quickly take control. Ines. Some good movement in the midfield area there by Lewis. But then he just goes back to Diaz. As you just very patient build up. Lewis trying to thread the needle to give him back. The return pass was Micah Nelson. Of course, he plays his football for Soccer Made Simple, but he also plays for QRC in the secondary schools football league. Lewis cleared. Falls to Lewis. Tinto. Nelson. Can he get to the end of his ball across? Oh, it's into the side netting there. He had loads more time than he thought. In fact, it seems to be Alexander who put that into the side netting. As goalkeeper Haynes. Bit of a handle ball. No call by the referee. Tinto losing out. Ball trying to throw. One on the keeper. My goodness me. Not even allowing the keeper to make a save there. So he had a bit of an opportunity. It's gone out for a corner though. Good defensive work by Shade. And the player with that opportunity would have been Hassan. In fact, it's not Hassan. In fact, it's Williams. Ricardo Williams there with that opportunity. So they go to retrieve the ball, that long trek. And it's going to be corner number 2 to the South Central team. Just about 18 minutes gone. Approaching 19 minutes. In this, the Next Level Consulting Limited on the 19 Community Cup. Oh, it's curling! And again, diving in at the far post, unable to get his head to the wicket on target. It seemed like Grant again was the culprit, just mistiming his jump. So Jaden Grant with 2 opportunities to put his team on the score sheet. 2 balls have come onto the field, so they're just correcting it and are taken short there by goalkeeper Haynes. Shade, long ball over, but it goes directly into the hands of goalkeeper Collymore, and Collymore starts it short at the back. Not afraid to play out from the back, this South Central team, but caught in possession. Ball just going out of play. So it's going to be a throw into the South Central team. The All Stars just taking their time to settle. Of course, they would not be familiar playing with each other, so that chemistry or synergy may just be missing. But they're showing that they're skillful. But here comes Barkley, Jamali Barkley. Tinto doing some good defensive work. His clearance though falling to Neptune. Nelson. He was just caught in possession. In fact, it's not Nelson. It's Ishmael Lewis who was caught in possession there. Similar here, of course, the numbers on the backs of these jerseys, not the easiest to see, but it's going to be Innis. In fact, it's not Innis. That's Paul played forward. Can O'Brien keep it in play? No, he cannot. Neptune just taking his time. Of course, he plays his football with the Made in Liberia team, coached by Colin Marshall. Good, strong defensive header there by Tinto. Inching up South Central team. Long throw down, but then rising highest there was Grant, and he got a good defensive header on. He's an attacking player though. Of course, the sponsors are the Next Level Consulting Limited, Ministry of Sport and Community Development, the National Energy Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, Massey Foundation, TAN, and Ramsing as well. A Shader walks this one forward. Innes in a battle. He just lost out to Vespri. Referee Nanku saying illegally so. So Terrell Innes to take this one. The referee just calling off the defending player. So it's Innes with his left boot. And it comes off the head of Vespri. Critchlow. Very skillful this Critchlow. Neptune. The referee says illegally he was dispossessed. Yes, it's the Northeast Tobago versus Central All-Star match. As we have some excellent work done behind the scenes by Ronnie Bikram and Matthew. As we continue to carry things to the next level. In this, the Next Level Consulting on the 19 Community Cup. This evening, though, it's the All-Star game. Lewis trying to reverse the pass. Coming across and just putting it into touch. Nearest touch. Simple first is Anthony Williams of Moruga Football Club. Innes goes past Vespri. Innes delivers. Banged up field. Dear Williams. The keeper comes out and shows some good footwork. Shade on the overlap. Early ball, but good defensive header by Williams. Neptune. Courage low. And just barging into the player there was Barclay. Barging into Sandy. Referee Nanku just calling the player across. Telling him leave the ball after it has been played. Just about 25 minutes gone in this one. Innes, the big guys from the back, they've loaded forward here. As the excitement begins to reach fever pitch. Let's look at Innes' delivery. Floated in. It's just gone past the feet of Shade. But it's got no touch. So it's going to be a corner. The first one for this, the Northeast Tobago All-Stars. Of course, the head coach, Yunus Abdullah. The assistant coach, Lester Young, and the manager, Stephen Williams. Stephen Williams' son. Yesterday, he played for the national team in their 3-2 loss to Canada in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying in Guatemala. Gutsy performance. Gutsy performance by the young Soca Warriors, going down to 10 men in the 20th minute and then playing 70 minutes down to 10 men. I don't think the player, he should have known the rules. You can't pass yourself from a corner. But it seemed like he kicked the flag, so he was. So let's look at the delivery here. It's Innes with his intelligent left boot. It's a curling ball at the far post. Shade gets his head to it, but unable to put it on target. So they seem to be very dangerous from set pieces. Innes here with his left boot. It was floated high, aimed at the back post, Shade able to rise, but unable to get a header on target. Modest. Ball pumped forward. Shade doing some defensive duties here now. He's been all over the pitch for this Northeast Tobago team. The Northeast Tobago team, all stars. As they're knocking this ball across nicely, and then they get a commentator's curse. But they're able to track it down. Still keeping it alive. Tinto finds Lewis. Shane Innes. Vespri able to win out. But then he loses it out. It's going to be O'Brien with the throw-in. Referee Nan Kujas sending him back, trying to steal some yards. Innes. Vespri just clearing it out. You want to see some more pace, some more intensity in this game. We know it's an all-star game. Tinto. Beautiful ball out wider. Good. Nice ball there, finding Alexander. A nice interpassing. Alexander lets it go deliver inside the box. And both at the far post, O'Brien and in the center of the goal, Sandy should have gotten onto the end of that. It was a searching ball there by Jabari Alexander. O'Brien got his foot to it, but was unable to put it on target, to have any form of control over it. So lots of half chances, if you can call it that. No team yet to really bother the keeper. Tinto. Then he just gives it away really. He had room, he had time in the middle of the park, and he should have done a whole lot better. So Neptune. Tyrese Neptune. Goes all the way through to goalkeeper Haynes with a powerful kick upfield. Neptune losing his footing. Ball just going out of place. So it's going to be a throw. So Neptune losing his footing. But the referee assistant on this near side signaling that the ball had gone out of play. So it's Neptune. A throw that looked a bit suspect. Neptune will get the opportunity to throw it again. That's some good work by O'Brien. Innes. Some good skill shown there by him. Good composure. Tinto. And he just turns into Barclay. Trying to exchange passes. They have not been on the same wavelength. That's Grant and Barclay. Innes. Ball across the back to Diaz. Diaz. Nelson. Oh, that's ball is threaded through to Sandy. Sandy unable to control it. Sandy first touch has let him down very often this afternoon. As there we see the replay. excellent job done by the backroom staff. So always very important in any given task or mission. And the South Central team able to bring the ball from the back. Modest with a heavy touch. Alexander able to win out. Tinto. They go back to Shade. Then Shade gives it away, but they're able to win it back in this. Lewis to Shade. And Tinto coming all the way back in between the stoppers to collect this one, trying to thread the needle. Grant. Tinto. Vespri, this could be dangerous. Vespri loves to go on a mazy run, but then he just gives it away here, and then is able to win it. O'Brien. Micah Nelson. And that ball just going out of play, so it's gone out of play there. Going to be a throw for the Northeast Tobago team. They've begun to settle now and stringing some passes together. As you see, Tinto, Philip Tinto. They like to go back to Shade though. I think he's one of the more competent players. O'Brien now with loads of room, attacking the middle of the park. Nelson. Strong tackle by Vespri. He seemed to be frustrated, but he's going to find himself in the referee's book. Yeah, not the nicest of tackles. It seemed to have intent about it. So 3 of the Northeast Tobago All-Stars players standing over this one. You've got Innes with the left boot. You've got Nelson with the right boot. You also got Tinto with the right boot. So they're having a bit of a discussion there. Let's see if they're going to pull something out of the hat. Innes. Ball still not cleared. It's in the air. A shot. Flashing over the crossbar. And we see entering the arena and taking a seat on the Northeast Tobago team bench. There we look at it again. Nice cross into the area. I think the player turned his back on it. I'm not sure if the sun was in his eyes. That was Philip who was in the area. Philip Tinto. In the end, much ado about nothing. As the keeper for the South Central team, that's Colimo. Of course, he would play with W Connection in this competition. They've booked their place in the semi-finals, so they'll be warming, getting ready for action. As we see, just committing an infringement there, it's Barclay. Notice with the opportunity to set and put this ball into the area. Micah Nelson comes to take this one. His father was a pretty decent footballer. Ball into the area. The keeper comes and claims, coming and claiming there by Colimo. And then he restarts to Vespri. Vespri to Grant. Grant puts it down. Nice headed down pass to Williams. Innes gets there first. He has Vespri for company. And the ball just going out of play. It's going to be a throw-in. First pitch just going down in slow motion. The good thing about All-Star game is that there are lots of subs available. So it's going to be Neptune here to take this long throw. Ball into the area, headed down by Barkley, but it's into the waiting hands of goalkeeper Haynes from the team Soccer Made Simple. Early ball in. Colimo comes and he claims nicely, easily. And then he restarts things. Aimed at Grant. But Shade able to just come and usher it into the hands of his goalkeeper. Shade, he loves to be in all of the plays for this team. O'Brien picks up at some space and time. Innes. O'Brien chips past the challenge of Critchlow. O'Brien putting on the fans. Innes with the early ball in. Neptune. Lewis. He's been brought down in a very, very crucial position. As we see some substitutions about to be made by the South team. Coming in, here we see the infringement. But coming in, it's going to be Moraine, number 14, as well as number 11. That's Mitchell. Vespri is coming out, as well as Neptune. So Serena Mitchell goes in, as well as Kino Morin. But this is going to be a very important one here, as it's going to be Philip Tinto to take this one. Philip Tinto. It's into the back of the net. The wall jumped. It went through the wall, and he celebrates. So look at it again. Tinto with a shot. The wall jumped. It went through the wall and into the back of the net. So Northeast Tobago, they lead 1-0 in the 41st minute. A goal scored by the number 8, Philip Tinto. So this game needed a goal. It's got it. Williams looking to go for a runner. Barkley, can he keep it in play? The whole ball must cross. Strong tackle by Tinto. So Richlow there in a battle there with Sandy. It's getting physical. Normally the All-Star game, it's a game that is you're quite relaxed with, but not this afternoon. Just a bit too far forward there. It was the aimed at Kellen Cayenne, but it was just out of his reach. Shade, the goal scorer, 10-2. Ball through. Williams with a chance, but coming bravely there was goalkeeper Haynes. And then he throws it out to Shade. Shade looking to bring it forward. Innes. Kirchlow. Barkley. Threaded through. But Diaz in a battle here with Williams. Williams wins that battle. The ball across. Good defensive header. Then it's cleared out, but only as far as Barkley. But Barkley loses his footing. Innes. And that ball just going out of play. No infringement, says the referee. Oh, he is blown for the infringement. Shade. Good defensive header. Barkley. Substitute bangs it upfield. That's Morin. Diaz goes back to his goalkeeper, Haynes, as they begin to build the ball. Philip. And going back there is Nelson, the grandson of Pastor Nelson of Woodbrook Pentecostal. Ball played over the top. Alexander in a foot race. But the first hit is Collymore. Ball would have gone out of play there. Just allowed to run a bit too much. Good work there. Trying to do a bit too much. Goes out of play. Lucky to still retain possession there. That was Brown. Deshaun Brown on the far side. Playing at the wing back position. O'Brien comes off of O'Brien and goes out. Mitchell to take that try. No, he leaves it. So it's Mitchell. So notice the referee assistant flag on the far side was up. And the ball coming off of Shade. He's asking, was I fouled, referee? Referee Nanko allowing a lot of physicality to take place. Good work there by Micah Nelson. Still Nelson. But then he just gives it away carelessly, really. Barkley. Williams is low. He's acres offside. Miles offside there. So as we approach the halftime whistle in this one, if you're just joining us, you're watching the NLCL Under-19 Community Cup All-Star Game. It's the Northeast Tobago team up against the South Central All-Stars. The Northeast Tobago team in the fluorescent green, if I could call that, fluorescent yellow and black. They lead 1-0. A goal scored by Philip Tinto in the 41st minute when he drove a free kick through the wall. But it's Shade, and that's the halftime whistle. So at the half in this one, Northeast Tobago, they lead 1-0. We've got some of the highlights coming up in a short. Remember, you're watching the NLCL Under-19 Community Cup right here at the Larry Gomes Stadium. So as the folks just go to get their we have some of what took place in the first half. It was the Northeast team on the early attack. Innes blasting over there after a teasing cross from Alexander. But here Williams putting it on a platter. In fact, he's shooting just wide there was Williams. He was lively in this one. It was Williams again. This time putting on a platter for Grant. Grant somehow conspired to put it wide. Modest floating this one into the area. Again, Grant at the far post, just guiding it out. Innes with his intelligent left boot found shade at the far post, but he headed over. But just when the game was looking like it won the goal, with that one just out of the reach of O'Brien, with Northeast Tobago coming in waves. This one again just coming off the back of the player and then blasting over there. Headed down by Barclay, but easily handled by the goalkeeper. And this was the moment. Flipped into the wall, jumped. It went through the wall and into the back of the net. Nothing goalkeeper Collymore could do. And it was 1-0. So that's the goal that separates these two teams at the half. We're going to the break. We're going to have more when we come back. welcome back. Welcome back as we get ready for second of action in the Northeast Tobago versus South Central All-Star game here at the Larry Gomes Stadium. Remember, you're watching the NLCL Under 19 Community Cup. The Northeast Tobago All-Stars, they are in fluorescent yellow and black, and they have the fluorescent orange team of the South Central team. The scores at the half, the Northeast Tobago All-Star team, they lead 1-0. A goal scored by Philip Tinto. So as they get ready for the kickoff, remember the officials in this one. We've got the man in the middle, Mr. Kevon Nanko. Ear 1, Dean Ransom. Ear 2, David Scarlett. So that's the kickoff on the South Central team. They'll be kicking from right to left on your screen and calling possession. Alexander doing some good work, but then Kyan just puts it out. It's going to be a corner. So there seem to have been some changes, because I'm seeing Luke Phillip on the field for South Central. But the ball floated into the area. Rising highest, but just heading up into the air. More defensive header than anything was Jabari Alexander, and it just floats over. Tame header. Of course, the sponsors of the Next Level Community Consulting Limited Under 19 Community Cup is, of course, Next Level Consulting Foundation, the Ministry of Sport, the National Energy Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, Massey's Foundation, Tang, that's Bryden, through the sponsorship of Tang, and Ramsing Sports of Shogunas. So it's going to be another corner here as the Northeast team seem to have come out alive here. Ball into the area. And the header just flashing wide there from the defender Diaz. A nice intelligent run by Kishon Diaz, but his header just flashing wide. We're at the Larry Gomes Stadium. Outside, a lot of noise as there seems to be a sound clash, but making noise of their own on the field is these two all-star teams. Philip, nice ball through. It's a good ball. They just hit over. You should have done better there, Big Brown. Deshaun Brown. Good defensive header by Brown. Diaz and Brown just losing his foot in there. Grant, but he just leaves it. It's there. Ball cleared upfield. Some good defensive work. Colimo just giving it back, exchanging passes with his defender. That's Mitchell. Not the best of first touches. Brown. And just clearing it up field there to no one in particular. was Williams. Shade, inch perfect pass to Nelson. Innes, Shade, but it's picked off there by Barkley. Good turn by Barkley. Critchlow. Heavy touch there by Critchlow. Innes winning out and going down under. The challenge there was Nelson. Illegally, says the referee. As we're going to see a change. Another one made by the first by the Northeast team. As it's 15 who seems to be looking to jog on. The number 15, Duke. So Duke comes on. I'm not quite sure who's making his exit, but Duke, I'm sure it's him who is coming off. As the action continues back on the pitch, the ball goes all the way through. So it's a goal scorer who comes off. Tinto. Ball banged up into the air. Headed clear. You're not seeing that fluency between these two teams. There was a spell in the first half where you saw the Northeast team really as they continue to make changes, and we see big Larry Nels. He's gonna come on. Larry Noel, sorry. Number 9. He goes on as well as Friday. So Friday comes on as well as Larry Noel. So it seems to be an attacking change here. Ball through. And he's put it into the back of the net. The flag stayed down. Grant came. The keeper fell. And then able to put it into the back of the net was Cayenne, it seems like. In fact, it's not Cayenne. It's Mitchell who's come on as a substitute. There you saw it. The keeper falling badly there. It would be nice to have another look at this again. As we see, he went over the back of a very delayed fall. I don't think any infringement took place there. He didn't get the ball. So it's 1-1 here as the South Central team has pulled even in the 51st minute. Getting that goal for them is Mitchell. Saren Mitchell. So it's game on here as both teams will look to pile forward. Diaz caught in possession there. Philip, strong challenge by Shade. He wins that battle. Nelson, Luke Philip, Mitchell, back to Philip, but some good defensive work and that ball just going out of play there by Friday. So just when the substitutions were taking place, it just seemed to alter the equilibrium of the team. Grant with a big header, but it's going to go out for a goal kick. So more substitutions from the Northeast Tobago bench. They're coming in fast and furious. Jaden McShine is coming in, as well as Lezama. Dijon Lezama. So it's almost like a new team in. So not afraid to ring the changes there. Head coach Yunus Abdullah. Not sure how it will affect the chemistry of the team. Lewis, as they compose thing and bring it from the back. Noel, Larry Noel, Ines, strong challenge there, able to win out. Mitchell exchanging passes there with Philip. Philip a long ball over the top. Mitchell, but it's just screened out there by Shade. Mitchell, Shane bangs it forward. Ball headed back to the keeper, which is able to claim it and then start things from the back to Mitchell, the other Mitchell, that is. Strong challenge there by Friday on Mitchell. So two Mitchells in this team. Seren, that's the one who has gone down under the challenge, and Sarai. Long throw in, good defensive header by Mitchell, by Shade, sorry. As we just soothing reggae music being played here at the Larry Gomes Stadium. I remember my days just listening to the music bellowing of the hills in Laventille. Shot from distance. And it's banged up into the air. Mitchell, they're able to win that one out. And he plays it to the other Mitchell, Saron. He's got Friday for company. Friday winning that tackle, it goes into touch. It's going to be a throw-in. As you're seeing another change, this time a goalkeeping change. As Turner comes in. Goalkeeper Jaden Turner. Some good work there by Critchlow. He won an important battle there. Marine. Cayenne. Marine. Critchlow. Beautiful ball over. He's just offside there. Grant would have just straight into the offside position. So Jaden Grant, who plays his school football with St. Bendix there, and you see coming out the worst of the way there is Mitchell. Driven. Luke Phillip He's in a battle. No call by the referee. The referee signaling for Philip to get up. I think what we saw there was a bit of something that you'll see more in WWF. It looked like a bit of a wrestling. As we see more substitutions as the coach continues to really ring them out. Of course, it's the All-Star game and you want to give everyone a bit of a taste. It's Stapleton, Terrell Stapleton, who's coming in. He's taking his time to walk off. In no great hurry. Grant. Mitchell. Barkley. He's just been fouled by Friday. So we're looking to stand over this one. It's going to be Anthony Williams of Moruga FC. Williams. It's gone all the way across. Putting on the afterburners here. But he was going so fast he forgot the ball. And they're just petering out this attack by the Northeast team. It was Ishmael Lewis who was really burning up the field. So it's going to be a throw-in. Williams. Mitchell. Aimed at Grant. Barkley. Allowing it to bounce. An awful challenge there by Lewis, really. He didn't go for the ball. He just bent his back and allowed the player to fall over him. As more substitutions about to be made, in comes Slater, Christopher Slater. So I think it's a whole new 11 men. Williams. Critchlow, bit of a heavy touch. Slater into the action immediately. He's pine size, but he's showing that he's not afraid. But then he just gives it away to Grant. Grant looking to try the needle. Barkley unable to pull it in. Jamali Barkley unable to pull it in. Cayenne. Friday. Can he keep it in play? He was really trying to get down the right hand side here. Was Slater. As we see a substitution by the South team. Coming on, it seems to be number 6. Fuck, it's number 5. So it's Drayton. As coaches just ring out the changes. Of course, this providing a platform for some of these young athletes to be seen. after the Secondary Schools Football League had come to an end. The next level consulting under 19 Community Cup. The next set of football for under 19 footballers. An excellent platform. And this the All-Star weekend providing two things. A platform for the best of the best. Hey, Grant, he's onside. No, he's not. He's just straight offside. The flag had gone up the far side. So Grant puts the ball in the back of the net, but he was offside. Jaden Grant clearly offside. So this league or this game just giving the youngsters the opportunity to come out and display their skill. It will show them that, of course, it's being viewed throughout the world as the substitutions continue. We see getting in the number 19, that's Hassan, Jamil Hassan. So 25 minutes left in this one. I would have think that everyone, all the substitutes for the Northeast Tobago team would have been used. So Shade it is who stands over this one. He's been very impressive for his team. He's going to take this with the left boot. He tries for goal, but it's over the crossbar. Seem to be scrambling the keeper there for one moment. In fact, that's not Turner, that's Tom. That's Tom, not Turner. No, the idea for this game is a beautiful idea. The players, though, they just don't seem to have accustomed playing with each other, and that chemistry is just sadly missing. Here's a mistake. Grant is through. Grant from distance. Easily handled there by the goalkeeper. It lacked a real power, and the goalkeeper was able to handle it easily. As really as soothing music, soothing streams of music just play as the youngsters here continue to be on display. Luke Phillip, Mitchell, still Mitchell, and there's a strong tackle there by Friday. He'll find himself in the referee's book. Referee Nanku just calling him across and issuing the yellow card. The card very similar in color to his jersey. Courage low. Ball floated into the area. The keeper comes, he punches. And they're able to clear. Ball forward. Larry Noel chases it down. The referee just getting into the way. And he follows the ruling. Oh, it's given away. So he's going to do it again. Referee Nanku just giving the bounce ball a bit too close to the other player. Ball played forward. Trying to keep it in play, but it's gone out. It's going to be a goal kick. Not too happy. The player in particular there. I think that was Sandy. Sandy's been a bit off cuff today. Normally a goal scoring machine, Sandy. In fact, all of the changes have been ranged out. He remains on the pitch. As you see a rainbow in this here. We are at the Larry Gomes Stadium here in Malabar. And you're watching the NLCL Community Cup All-Star match live from the Larry Gomes Stadium. Of course, this game brought to you by Next Level Consulting. Also brought to you by the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, the National Energy Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, Massey Foundation, Bryden's Chutang, and the Ramsing Sports of Shogunas. Oh, a bit of a high boot, no call by the referee. Shade trying to get the pint size Slater going. And all of the youngsters have been very enterprising. You're seeing the missing of the synergy and chemistry between these players. Of course, football, one of the games that you need to be very in sync with your teammates. Unlike cricket, cricket, you could pick players, 11 players all of a sudden, and they could come and play. Because when I'm going to bat, I'm going to be facing the bowler at another end. So it's a very personal. Cricket is one of the most personal team sports there is. Football, though, you got to understand the runs that your forward will make. You got to understand how your complementary fullback would play. But there's Larry Noel finding Slater. Trying to go past Warner. Good work by Slater. Courage looking to go to work. And that ball just played out. You can see Big Larry Noel just shaking his hands. He will be saying, give me the ball in a good position. Service, service, service. And he'll be able to get his team on the scorecard. Shade. Friday. Cleared. Grant. Luke Phillip. Sandy. He's got Mitchell for company though. The ball is through. Larry Noel. Charge down. So it was a nice enterprising run there from McShine. And he flicked it on to Noel, but Noel shot was charged down. As we see another substitution. Jaheim Abraham, he comes in. So it seems Williams on the far side is coming out. And in comes Jaheim McShine. So just about 17 more minutes left, plus what other time will be added on. Noel. As they continue to string the passes together here. Shot from distance. Just flashing wide. And there we see the shot again. Just flashing wide. So signs of intent from the Northeast Tobago team. They're up against the Central South team in the All-Star game. Luke Phillip, Mitchell. Ball played over the top there by Williams. Headed out. Anthony Williams. It's gone out. No foul, says the referee. Referee Nanko a bit too liberal for my liking. He's allowing a lot of physical contact. Larry Noel plays this one wider. He goes for the return pass. It's aimed at Sandy. And then it goes out. It's going to be a corner. Again, a lot of contact there. Not quite sure if it's fair contact. But as they say, all's fair in love and war. Larry Noel. He's going to bring this one across. Driven across. Not the best corner he would have taken in his lifetime. Ball put out and it's going to be a throw-in. Juggling across to take it, Cayenne. Kill on Cayenne. Winning out here. Noel interchanging nice passes there between Noel and McShine. Shade aimed at Sandy. McShine bundle over there by Phillip. Shane. Ball pumped forward. Luke Phillip, but just banged out. Anywhere will do at this time. Lezama. Shade. Ball played over the top. But it's shooting in the hands of the goalkeeper. As they begin to bounce the ball from the back. But it's just a bit too far forward. Out of the reach of Cayenne. As we see Turner. The impressive Turner. So the keeper being substituted in and out. I hope you understand that it's because it's an all-star game. You want to get everyone a little taste of what is taking place. So Tom just going on. Some old school rockers here. Just filling in our ears. Luke Phillip. But he's just barged out the ball by McShine. That's a beautiful through ball. Larry Noel trying to get a shot off. Still the Northeast Tobago team. You could also call them the AC team. As there you saw Noel showing some strength. The ball dropped kindly to his player, who just flashed it wide. You could call the Northeast Tobago team the AC team because they represented the Group A and C. Group C Tobago, Group A the Northeast team, and the South Central team, that was one zone, that's one group. So that's Group B. Mitchell just over Mitchell's head. So it's going to be a throw in here. Friday trying to find Sandy. Both teams not showing a lot of patience, but it's Noel Winning that battle, the ball across. Good work by Tuna. So excellent work there by Tuna. The ball was flashed across. He had to get something in it. And then he had to get up quickly and push it over to the two big strikers who was pouncing there, who were waiting to pounce. So the scores remain: Northeast Tobago 1, Central South 1 in the NLCL Under 19 Community Cup. Courage Low. Mitchell is up against Friday. This has been a battle within a battle. He tries to get Luke Phillip going. Courage Low. Williams. Mitchell. Ball into the area. Trying to beat out. There was Friday. Phillip just been fouled. So the rhythm has changed here. As there we see the foul. The rhythm now going on to Sweet Soca. Remember, it's that season. I'm not sure if it's Nessa Pepe who's singing there. I think that's Nessa Pepe. Not so? Ball show! Oh my goodness me! What a miss by the defender there. He had come forward, Morena. He tried to backheel it in. Luke Phillip. Again, he's been dragged down. I love to see that replay a while ago. Not that one, that was moments before where goalkeeper Tuna did well. Well, it's going to be Critchlow here. He floats this one into the area. The keeper comes. He's brought down. Yes, he's definitely brought down there by the attacker. That's Grant, who just kept on backing into the defender shade and the goalkeeper. Look at it there. Yes, definitely a foul. The goalkeeper have stayed down. That's goalkeeper Carrington, looks like. So both teams looking to get the winner here. Just giving away cheaply. Grant, Critchlow, Luke Phillip, but he loses out, and then they're able to build the ball purposely from the back. Noel, not the best of first touches. Mitchell, Marine, Cayenne, Marine. Ball goes out. It's gonna be a throw into the South Central team. So we really want to thank the Ministry of Sport. Mr. Charles is here representing the Ministry of Sport today. That's a beautiful ball through Luke Phillip. That's had that gone through. Good defensive stop by Shade. Mitchell with the ball across. Shot. Oh, it's flashed wide there. A better effort needed there from Williams. He was teed up lovely there. He just needed to keep it on target. Nice turn, lovely, silky smooth turn there by McShine. Friday to Shade. Slater, he's disappeared from the game. I think the physicality just affecting his ability to show up here. Friday. He turned Friday. Chose it long. Aimed at Sandy. Goes out of place. It's going to be another throw for the Northeast Tobago team. So Friday looking to take this throw in. He's taking a bit of a run up. So I think he'll be looking to throw it into the area. He does so. Ball across. Into the hands of goalkeeper Turner, who just rolls it off to Cayenne. Grant missing it. Jaden Grant has not been at his very best this afternoon. Of course, you must love what you're seeing here, these youngsters. It's the Sunday before Carnival Sunday, and you know normally that's there's Kiddies Carnival. I think Kiddies Carnival is the Sunday before, or Red Cross Kiddies Carnival. So there are a lot of things that these youngsters could have been doing, but they're here displaying their skills. Mitchell. Hint of a handle ball. The referee says yes, there is more than a hint. Ball played over the top. Sandy. Mitchell. Sandy able to win out. Sandy and Mitchell in a battle. Good work by Mitchell. By Sandy, sorry. Then he just jogs the shot. It's easily handled here by goalkeeper Turner. Jaden Turner. Very competent. Grant. They go back to the keeper and he pumps this one long. Oh, he's totally been flattened there. Kirchlow giving no quarters to the big man Larry Noel. Larry Noel will be crying for service. He knows that if he gets the right type of surface, not surface, because I'm getting complaints, people are complaining of how they find the surface is looking. Larry Noel will not be complaining about the surface of the ground, he'll be complaining about the service that he's getting from his teammates. This sounds quite similar when said quickly. But Larry Noel has not been getting much surface this afternoon. He won that ball put into him earlier. Of course, as long as the ball is put in early, he has the space, has the pace, as well as the skill to really threaten the South Central goal. Remember, tomorrow evening, Trinidad and Tobago under 17s, they'll be back in action, this time against the mighty Americans. The Americans who put 5 past Barbados last evening. Trinidad and Tobago defeated 3-2 versus Canada. A very credible performance by the young Warriors as they showed heart after going a man down and conceding a penalty in the 20th minute. In the end, they found themselves just short. Rendell Sween scored a beauty. A shot from distance. Luke Phillip looking to write his name on the scorecard. Look at it here. Ball floated across. The header from Friday fell kindly for Phillip. The made in Lebre man just pulling a shot wide. Friday. Oh, heavy touch. Mitchell able to win out. Courage low. Luke Phillip. But it's been a dog fight in the middle there. Good work by McShine. He's not asked for any quarters and none was given. But the referee says it's a foul. Critchlow stands over this one. Rishon Critchlow. He leaves it though. For the left-footed driven, the left-footed boot of Williams. And just having straight offside there would have been Grant. So we entered time added on. Not quite sure how much extra will be played. According to my estimate, may just be about 3 minutes. Don't know how accurate that will be. As the tackles are coming in fast and furious here, it falls kindly to Sandy. He goes down in the area. He doesn't appeal for anything though. Luke Phillip enter in action. The game opening up. Yes, and the hand has gone up. It is going to be 3 minutes. My producer is asking me if my eyesight is so good to see 3 fingers from here. Larry Noel! Oh, he had the opportunity. He tried to put it on his left boot and tried to open it up. But instead it was a simple pass back to the keeper. So both teams looking to get bragging rights here. Noel again. Aimed at Sandy. Slater. Slip through. Noel with a shot. Turner with a good save. So Larry Noel finally getting some service. It was a good ball there by the pine side Slater. Noel went one way then the other. But it's a good save by Turner. And on the other end, so it's end-to-end action. Ball banged up field. Mitchell heads down. Williams. Slater going for the return pass. He's pine size, but he packs a punch. Ball cleared up into the air. The other Mitchell in a battle. Friday, can he keep it in play? No, he can't. So not much more time to be played in this one. Again, it was an enthralling game. I think some of the players just didn't get the chemistry going. And again, we want to highlight the sponsors. Next Level Consulting Limited, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, the National Energy Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, Massey Foundation, Bryden's and Sons, Shootout, and Ramsing Sports of Shogunas. Sandy! A wicked deflection there. Sandy looking to get the winner. Kishon Sandy, but it was deflected out of play for a corner by Mitchell. That's Sarai Mitchell. So it seemed like my eyesight wasn't good because I saw 3 minutes, but 4 has already been played. So let's look at this corner here. Is there one last twist in the tail? And that one just cleared out. So it's going to be a goal kick. Referee Nanku just watching his watch. Definitely, there wouldn't be much more time left in this one. And Turner. And that's the final whistle. So at the end of it all, in this, the next level consulting on the 19th Community Cup All-Star game, it's Northeast Tobago 1, Central South 1. The goals came through for Northeast Tobago. Philip Tinto in the 8th minute, and equalizing for the South Central team was Saran Mitchell in the 21st minute. We've got some of the highlights of what was a spectacle here at the Larry Gomes Stadium, where these youths, about 30 plus, came out and displayed their skills. It was totally enjoyable and all about the next level, not only for the consulting firm, but for the youngsters. As we have some of the highlights here. This was the second half highlights, and that was the goal chested down by Grant and finished off by Michela. Grant got the ball into the back of the net, but the referee assistant flag on the far side was up. Northeast Tobago, they had the opportunities. As there we said, them just flashing over. Grant with the opportunity, but it ended up being a simple back pass to the keeper. Northeast Tobago though finished with a plump shot from distance. Larry Noel, the prolific Larry Noel, they're showing some strength. And a shot from distance that didn't trouble the keeper really. But this was one of the opportunities. Goalkeeper Turner coming on as a substitute. Of course, Turner from Moruga. He did well here. And they are foul on the keeper as Grant tried to get the go-ahead goal. Mitchell here with a ball across that flashed wide. So it seems like it's going to be decided with kicks from the penalty mark. This one going through Turner, showing a good pair of hands. Sandy, his shot easily handled by Turner, who came on and was one of the busier of all the keepers. Luke Phillip just flashing wide here. Sandy would have wanted that one back. Finishing with a Florido was Big Larry Noel, turning one way then the other. His snapshot well held by goalkeeper Turner. Sandy trying at the very last moment. In the end though, it was Northeast Tobago 1, South Central 1. And this game is going to be decided with kicks from the penalty mark. So just adding some excitement here. As we see the South team, a large circle. It's going to be goalkeeper Turner who's going to do the job for his team. Haynes will be doing the job for the Northeast team. So it's South Central who's going to have the first shot in this kick from the penalty mark. What we like to call a penalty shootout. I've been corrected many times and said it's kicks from the penalty mark. And it's going to be Grant who's going to take the first kick here. That's Jaden Grant. He's up against Xavier Haynes. Grant has not been at his sharpest in this game, but here he's one-on-one up against Haynes. Grant, he just pins Haynes to the ground and blasts it home. So Central South, they go up one in the kicks from the penalty mark. And it's going to be Eton Friday. Eton Friday to take this one. He's up against Turner. Turner is a very good goalkeeper with kicks from the penalty mark. Jaden Turner. Looking cool, calm, and collected. Eton Friday. So Friday just rolls it in. So it's 1-1 in the kicks from the penalty mark. Kirchlow, Roshan Kirchlow, he's going to take this one. He's up against Haynes. Roshan Kirchlow has been good for his team. He's more or less bossed the midfield. Well, control the midfield, and no one bossed the midfield this afternoon. So with the sun going down in the west, Kirchlow. Kirchlow up against Haynes. Haynes chose the right side, but he was just unable to keep it out. So Kirchlow puts it in. He shakes his head as if saying, enough, good enough. Well, it's going to be Sandy. And if Grant for South Central had a off day, well, the prolific Sandy for Northeast Tobago, he was definitely not his goal scoring self. Can he correct things here? And he blasts it home. And he points, puts up a hand signal. It looks like 6 or 3. Probably when the referee was putting up 3, he was really putting up 6. Well, it's 1 apiece. And another substitute, Søren Mitchell, to take this one. He was a goal scorer for the South Central team. He walks to the spot. Not looking exceptionally confident, but he has already has a goal to his name. Can he add a penalty or a kick from the penalty mark to it? Mitchell, he blasts it straight down the center. He didn't go for any panache. And there another hand signal. A lot of symbolism by these youngsters. I'm not so okara with the different hand signals, what they mean. Love. I remember nowadays it was so simple. It was love and peace we had. Show me a peace sign and a love sign. Now there's 6, there's 8, there's 9. There's pointing downwards. Larry Noel looking to draw his team level. And he just perfectly taken a kick from the penalty mark. He scores and he gives his keeper some inspiration. The big boy who plays his football in the next level competition with Soccer Made Simple. He'll be up next weekend, this coming weekend in fact, as he looks to cement a place in the finals with his team Soccer Made Simple. In the meantime, Anthony Williams is going to take this one. Just spotting the ball. He's had a pretty decent game. And he just puts it past Haynes. Haynes yet already dive. It seems like Haynes don't want to hit the ground, yeah? He's not committed to one and dived at it. The closest he came was to Kirchlow zone. Now goalkeeper Turner. A very impressive keeper. But he's up against man of the match for me. That's Shade. Josiah Shade. He plays football for Malabar Youth Stars. But he was very impressive for me. Dominant. At the back. And that's a brilliantly taken. And there we get another symbol. Well taken. Kick from the penalty mark. And again he encourages his keeper Haynes. So it's 4 apiece here. And Luke Phillip to take what would be the final kick of the required 5. So it's Luke Phillip, the very experienced Luke Phillip. You'll expect him to score from this distance, but stranger things have happened. So the Mail in the Bay player. Let's see what he's made of. And he just bangs it home. And another symbol. Well, I understand the Rock is a baby. Of course, he's a baby. I can understand that symbol. But all these other hand ones, confusing to say the least. But here's what's not confusing. Stepping up to take this kick from the penalty mark is Hassan. Jamil Hassan. I saw his relatives in the stands. They hail from Western Trinidad, that's his relatives. River State to be exact. Hassan, he's put it past. So it's going to go. They've been perfect from the required 5 kicks. So now it's going to be sudden death. So Hassan doing the needful. The two players exchange some pleasantries. And that's Jaheim Abraham. Jaheim Abraham. He was quite impressive last weekend in the quarterfinals for Gasparilla Youths, although his team was defeated. He scored a penalty in that game. This time, kicks from the penalty mark. He wanted to give his team the advantage in this sudden death. Abraham. And he just rolls it. Impressive. Last week for his team, Gasparilla Youths, as they were narrowly beaten. I crowned him Father Abraham. Well, there he is again, Jahima, doing the needful. So now walking up to take this kick is Terrell Stapleton. Terrell Stapleton. Will he be a hero? Or will he be the villain? Turner. Both keepers yet to get their hand on any. And Turner makes a big save. But he's deemed to have broken the line. The referee assistant deeming that he would have broken the line. So the players have to get back. They'll have to do it again, Stapleton. Turner definitely came forward, but I don't know if his leg was on the line when the shot was taken. It's the first time though the keeper has gotten his hand on any, either keeper. So that will be playing in the minds of Terrell Stapleton. He has an opportunity to make it right, and this time he does it. So Stapleton, second time right. So they're going deep into the kickers here now. Sarai Mitchell comes to take this one. The seventh kick. They've been perfect thus far. So Mitchell. He choose the right spot, the right side, but he was unable to get it. So, looking to take this one is Duke. Turner. He got his hand to it, Turner, but unable to keep it out. As they seem to want to make a keeper change. That's the Northeast Tobago team. Now it's a all-star game, and a lot of things happen in all-star games. Now this bit of a delay always plays on the kicker mind. As we see the referee Nanko just checking to see if that's possible. You'll have to remember that the light is not getting any better. So the keeper Haynes will have to do the job. What happens though is just that break in the momentum may just play on the minds of the kicker. So Daniel Drayton to take this one. Daniel Drayton to take this one. And to the trend of Super Cat. Drayton up against Haynes. Haynes chooses the right direction, but Drayton is able to put it past him. Now the Pine Sign Slater. Christopher Slater. He comes to kick for North East Tobago. The nose will be up now. I think we've run out of space to put penalty takers. 15 in total have been taken thus far. They've been perfect. Slater. And he just pins sends him the wrong way. So make that 16 perfect kicks from the penalty mark. So another one of the substitutes, Kino Moraine. So Kino Moraine to take this one. Experienced defender. He's up against Haynes. So that's 9 perfect kicks. Turner has got his hand to one that had to be re-kicked. He'll want to get his hand to another one here. He's up against Dejon Lezama. So Dejon Lezama. And it's easily saved by Turner. So Turner does the flip, his trademark celebration. South Central, they win this one. It's celebration, even though it's only an all-star game. This is what sports does. Excitement, thrilling. The hero for the South Central team, none other than the substitute keeper Turner. He waited, 2 keepers went before him, but Jaden Turner punches his team into victory. So from all of us here, I want to thank you for watching another edition of the NLCL Under 90 Community Cup, this time the All-Star game. It was an interesting game. But from all of us here, I want to wish you good night and be safe.